So today I'm going to be talking about the finish line. Okay. Jim Rohn said that there are two bookmarks to success: starting and finishing. Today I want to talk about finish lines. The end of the year signifies a finish line recognized by everyone. 2024 will turn to 2025 at midnight on 31st of December. And for those of us follow the lunar calendar, this will happen on the 28th of January 2025, which is the eve of Chinese New Year. A finish line could be, the end of a school year or graduation from a study program, like getting a poly diploma or a university degree. There are many, many finish lines. So how should we approach finish lines? So there are different ways to approach it, and I want to share a few here. So for me, a finish line is a deadline. Okay, I love deadlines because they force me to finish what could drag on for weeks or months or years. Okay, that's a clear target for me, and I get things sort of like forced to finish. So the finish line is a deadline. Deadlines are my friend, especially for people who got so many things to do and tend to procrastinate. Secondly, a finish line creates momentum. Now, as I rush to complete, as I put in this determined effort, I pick up momentum. And this momentum will carry me beyond the finish line and provide acceleration that overcomes the inertia, which is at the start of anything new. So when you think of the 4x100 meter relay, as you pass the baton, you don't pass it to a stationary runner. You pass it to a runner who has already actually started running before you reach him, so that he is actually moving at a faster speed than starting from the starting blocks. Okay, so the finish line then, in this sense, serves as a launch pad. Okay, it propels me into my next endeavor with the energy and the experience that I've gained. And a lot of this energy and experience, this momentum, happens as you are, rushing, accelerating at the finish line. So the finish line becomes a start line. Okay, finishing a race can mark the start of a journey in a new role, like mentorship or pursuit of higher level goals. Thirdly, the finish is a time to reflect on what worked, what didn't work, and what's next. So that I examine my results in three areas: performance, experience, and learning, what we call PEL. So PEL is a virtuous cycle. As you gain from your experience, as you gain from your learning, you will get better performance the next time. And so the cycle repeats. You get better and better. It's what I call a virtuous cycle. So it's not really a straight line, but a cycle. And so reflection or review is the key to maximize, to draw out the value of the past. Okay? It's like digesting the food, okay, slowly digesting the food so you get maximum value. Because crossing a finish line is like crossing a milestone and signifies growth, learning, and transformation. The lessons learned pave the way for new challenges and opportunities. So reflection forces me to take effective action when I identify the 20% that will produce 80% of the results. Okay? Or when I discover the 5% of what I do that makes me 95% of who I am. Okay? That really is the secret of optimizing. Otherwise, we spend a lot of time putting a lot of effort in things that don't produce results. Okay? We don't take effective action. Fourthly, reflection results in gratitude. Reflection is an opportunity to celebrate. Oxy just now said, this is a time to party, okay? So reflection is an opportunity to celebrate, to feel cheerful, and to rejoice when I sit down and I count my blessings. as a chapter of life ends, I want to feel that the journey has been a good one, so that I look forward to writing the next chapter. And this happens when I focus on all the good things that have been happening. And so, what's the importance of gratitude? As I see my blessings, I feel grateful, and gratitude spurs both growing and giving. Okay? Which is why, at this time of the year, there are so many appeals for charity. Okay, at year end, because people are counting their blessings, counting their gains this past year, and then taking action to promise gains the next year. What do I mean by that? Well, there is a law of if you give, you get more in return. So, they said, well, I got so much this year, I want to give more in order to get more next year. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the grunges in life. This is a word that I got reminded of when I went back to start the basic training in December. Okay, it's a powerful antidote to the grunges in life. Gratitude is the attitude that transforms challenges into opportunities and moments into miracles. Okay, challenges into opportunities and moments into miracles. When gratitude leads, attitude follows. And that creates a life grounded in what I call positivity and purpose. Okay. And this grounding in positivity and purpose is the foundation for a bigger future ahead. When you're positive, you dare to set bigger goals, okay, bigger purposes, and that will create a bigger future. So these are just some ways that I approach. You can approach a finish line. But what about me? How am I walking, to the finish line this December? I say walk because there's this talk that I give. I want to walk the talk. So how am I walking? Okay. Let me share with you. Okay. I just captained the staffing team at the December Asia Works basic training. Okay. The last time I did that was 9 over years ago. So I chose to do it for my personal growth. Number one, to stretch and to practice dealing with the uncomfortable by stepping out of the comfort zone. Okay. December is where we are trying to grow some big goals in the new skin business, and so it's not really a comfortable time. There's so much to do, but I want to practice dealing with the uncomfortable, stepping out of my comfort zone. And because it's the Christmas season, I chose to give myself a gift in the Christmas season. And staffing this basic training created many new experiences and learnings. I got a lot from it. It's a subject of a completely separate sharing. Okay. I also chose to enter an SUP race on 22nd of December, which was yesterday. Okay, it was the Pesta Sukan SUP race at Constant Wind. And it was an intentional choice because I could easily have avoided it. After all, so few people were at the event. There were only 12 participants and only 3 events because there were just 12 participants. I can see why my regular Thursday paddling group didn't take part. After all, why pay $60 to report at 7 a.m. on a Sunday, paddle just 1 kilometer, and then you don't even get a t-shirt? Why do that? I mean, we paddle every week, but so much cheaper. But for me, it was different. Okay? I pay $60, number one, to celebrate that I have the health to paddle. Okay? I want to celebrate that I have the health to paddle. Okay? Number two, I pay $60 to practice being uncomfortable. Okay. Number 3, I pay $60 to stretch myself. Number 4, I pay $60 to overcome this fear of failure. Every time there's a competition, instinctively we know we could lose. And I was taking part in the 60 plus category, competing with people, 10 years younger, and they're just so much more muscle and fitter. So it's not a comfortable feeling when you go in there knowing you're going to lose. Okay? And number 5, I pay $60 to improve my paddling by learning from the race. Every time there's a competition, there's an opportunity to learn something to improve. Okay? So, that was what I did. And the last big, hairy, audacious goal, okay, for me is to qualify for Team Elite for my 4th month. Okay. And for that, I need 4 leadership teams. And I also want to qualify for Amsterdam, which requires a massive TOV. I really, at this stage, don't know how it will happen. There's only 10 days. There's only, 8 days left. But I'm going for it. And for this, I need my team behind me. Okay, so in summary, there's really only one main point, okay? Okay, there's only really one main point, and that is the finish line is the start line. The finish line is the start line. There's actually no finish line. There's only a start line. The past is past. It's gone forever. Okay, whether I've gained trophies or I've been through troubles and you know, I haven't shown much, you know, it's the past. I'm finished if I think that the finish line is the end of life, because tomorrow is the start of the rest of my life. Tomorrow is the start of the rest of your life. So what's next is the call of the champion as he or she crosses the finish line. You may not be a champion in the past, but it's your choice to be a champion in the future. Okay? And with that attitude, everyone is a champion. So it's always what's next, and what's next is start. So here's a reminder then to review your 2024 and set goals for 2025. So I have a guide for this reflection, okay, to review 2024 and set goals of 2025. Message me if you want a copy, because we are working on this homework as we finish off 2025. So thank you. This is the last daily dose for the year. Okay, we go into the Christmas celebrations season, even as we are working to finish whatever needs to be finished and doing something extra and special so that we gain this momentum to go into 2025.